I just completed season 1 of The Sandman, and it was pretty awesome. Basically, Neil Gaiman, who's the writer, he's pretty much in his element because he loves to play around with myths and the celestial in general. So it was very interesting because I loved the show, I loved the characters, but what struck me in particular about the main character, Morpheus, also known as the Dream, he basically was an example of what not to do as a manager. There were so many issues with his management style in the series, so I just wanted to mention, three things that I noticed on the show. So basically, three lessons from the Sandman. So the first one is he did not have any systems and structures in place. The premise of the show is essentially that Morpheus is unavoidably detained for a period of time, and during that time, his supposedly eternal kingdom crumbles. And that's clearly because he had no structure in place to deal with his absence. And that brings us to the second point, which is he really did not delegate. He was a great character in many ways, very powerful, and created other creatures for his realm, but he didn't delegate any of the work. And so that resulted in obviously him being overwhelmed with the amount of things to do, and just the fact that he could not be as actively creative when he had so many issues to deal with all by himself. And then, three, of course, there was no opportunity for career progression or growth for any of his people, as it were. And that clearly was a problem and caused many of the subplots in the season, because essentially, can you imagine having the same job for all eternity? It can get kind of dull, I imagine. So having opportunities for growth for your team, for your people, is very important for employee loyalty and, of course, just people being engaged in their work. And so those were some of the top management lessons I got from season 1 of The Sandman. You should go check it out if you haven't already.